If you're looking for an easy and affordable alternative to creating AI t-shirt designs, then this video is perfect for you. No more messing around with upscalers, spending hours and hours trying to remove the background of your image. CF Spark actually has all of these areas covered for us. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my process of creating a t-shirt design with CF Spark from start to finish. If you click the link at the top of the description, it will bring you to this page right here on Creative Fabrica, where you can essentially sign up to their free trial and get your first 10 downloads for free, and you can use those downloads commercially, and that includes CF Spark, the AI image generator. So all you have to do is just click on this green button and sign up. You can test this out before you have to pay anything, which is really handy. Once you're on the Creative Fabrica homepage, you have to head over to the menu to Spark and then click on Create Transparent PNGs. That is one of my favorite features of this AI generator, because it saves us a lot of time in the sense that you don't have to remove the background. It's already being done for you, and these files also turn out in 4000 pixels, 4000 by 4000, so you don't even have to upscale them. The prompt I'm going to use today for this t-shirt is this one right here. Feel free to copy it. So it says soft muted watercolors, which gives quite a nice effect. Then this part, happy cute otter surrounded by flowers. This is what you can exchange essentially and make your own. I'm going to leave this prompt in the description, by the way, so you can copy and paste it more easily. But in this part, you could exchange this with a different animal, a different subject entirely. You could take the flowers out if it doesn't suit. So this is what you want to adapt to whatever niche you're entering. Essentially, the rest of this gives more of the style specifics and other stuff that's important for t-shirt design. So once you've adapted this prompt, all you have to do is hit ignite, and it's going to paste essentially 8 different images right here that are going to generate. So instead of 4 like with the usual AI image generators, here you get 8 options with just one click. I've got a CF Spark subscription, hence why I've got the speed credits right here, and it's going to be a bit quicker. You get 1,000 per month if you have a CF Spark subscription, and some extra perks of that is that you can actually hide your prompts, because these graphics, once you publish them, they'll be shown on the Creative Fabrica marketplace, and people could essentially copy your prompts. So here we go. We've got some generations back, and quite a lot of these look very usable for an otter themed design. I'm going to hit ignite a few more times to get some more variations, and then we'll see what the best option is for our t-shirt. So my favorite result that I got is this one right here, and essentially if you want to use any of these files, you have to hit publish. I've already done that for this file, but this is what it looks like. It just takes a little while to publish it to the Creative Fabrica marketplace. Once it's done, you can click on open right here, and then where it says download, you can click this button and it will download it to your device. And once you've downloaded your file, you want to open your design software of choice. I really like Adobe Illustrator, and I want to show you some tips for t-shirt design in this video with Illustrator, so that's why I'm using that. However, you can still create designs obviously in tools like Photopea, Photoshop, Canva, whatever you're comfortable with. First of all, I'm going to drag and drop the graphic into here, and then size this down and place it somewhere in the middle of our canvas. We still want to leave some space for text along the top and bottom, and that's what we're going to start off with now. So I'll hit Control 2 on my keyboard to lock this image in place so it doesn't get in the way of our text and editing stuff. Now to start off writing something, we're going to head to the text tool or type tool over here. You can also hit T on your keyboard to access that. Just click anywhere in the artboard, and then we can drag this out and change the font to something nice, something cute and suitable to this graphic, such as Coaster Black. This is a free font, which I will leave a link to in the description. It's free for commercial use, and I find it really useful. It suits a lot of different niches. So the phrase I'm going to use here now, this is something I recommend any of you do, depending on what niche you enter, is try and find a funny or suitable phrase to actually put with your graphics. Don't just upload a ton of AI graphics on their own. It is usually going to be better to also attach some phrases to these. In this case, we're going to do a spin on the word utterly and put utterly instead. So like this. Make this a bit bigger along the top, and then I'm going to hold down Alt, drag this down to the bottom. If you hold down Shift as well while dragging, it will keep it in line. And then here we can put adorable, right? So it basically says utterly adorable, except utterly is mixed with the word otter. The next task is going to be actually making this text suit our image a bit better. Obviously, color is one thing we can consider here, but I did want to show you a different tip for text, which I don't think a lot of people know about or use much in Illustrator, and that is the touch type tool over here. This is really cool because it enables you to touch certain letters of your word and individually recalibrate them. So you can essentially rotate them a bit, you can move the letter up and down, you can even increase or decrease the size, and this is all independent from the other letters in your word. And you can still afterwards change the actual word itself. This doesn't destruct the text layer. You can still edit the word afterwards, and this sort of structure keeps intact, which is really nice. So we can essentially give this a bit more of a playful feel, which I think really suits this phrase and this niche itself and the graphic. You can also make it suit the sort of waves around the graphic a bit as well if you wanted to. So the E a bit higher right here. You can make the O a bit lower, essentially try and follow this curve a little bit that we've got here. So this is a cool way to start off to make our design look a bit more fun and playful. Same at the bottom with adorable. So let's go through that as well and adjust it with the touch type tool. Here we go, we've created the effect. Now I'm just going to rearrange some of the text in the graphic to make it more balanced. I'm going to make the graphic a bit bigger and probably move it to the front of the canvas. You can do that by hitting Control, Shift and closing bracket. That'll move it to the very top layer, and you can see some of the text, some of the letters are now behind the graphic, which I think creates a bit of depth and dimension and usually looks a lot better than having the text in front. Now the next step is going to be actually changing some of the colors right here to match the design better. And a quick way to do this is select both of your text layers, go to Type, Create Outlines, and then we're going to use the eyedropper tool, which you can access by hitting I on your keyboard, and we're going to sample some colors from this design. This is going to be optimized for a light t-shirt, hence why I'm going to choose some more darker colors, which are easier to see obviously on a light t-shirt color. So let's just paste some blue into here. You always want to leave some gaps between the colors. We want to give it some variety. Let's do some orange as well. You can sample that from here. And by the way, I am holding down Alt to actually drop this color onto the letters, because when you're not holding down Alt, all you do is you sample a color, right? You copy that color. To actually drop that color onto a new object, you have to be holding down Alt and then click. Next up, we can also choose a nice little purple. I think that would make the design look quite cohesive, because then we'll have tons of colors sampled from the actual graphic. And as you can see, that looks quite neat. Lastly, I think one more way to upgrade this design and make the text more suitable is add some texture, or add a bit of this dot pattern that we see in the graphic itself. Let's actually click on the graphic, hit Control 2 to lock it so it doesn't get in the way, and let's zoom into these letters and add some dots as a texture. I'm going to select the ellipse tool from our toolbar, change the fill color to white, and then I'm just going to start drawing out some circles. They don't have to be perfect. This is meant to be quite a natural, quirky, fun texture, so you can have some obviously like oval shapes as well. Maybe make some variation here in terms of the sizing, and just have a random few dots essentially scattered around to create nice little look like so. When you're done with that, you want to select all of these circles while holding down Shift. You can click on all of them and then click Control G, and now you've got these grouped, and you can quickly move them to another letter as well, like so. I would always go like from top to bottom. So on this next T, you can paste them somewhere at the top. For this E, we could do them down here. For the R at the top, and this way you get some nice variety and quite a good looking effect. Once it's done, if we zoom out, you can see now it actually suits the graphic even more, and it makes for an interesting and intriguing design. I'm going to do the same for the bottom now as well. Just click on these dots, hold down Alt, and then drag them to the bottom to paste them onto all of these letters. I hope you can replicate that to make your design look more coherent as well and make it stand out more in search results. And then you're ready to upload your design onto various different print-on-demand products and hopefully get some sales. If you want to get access to over 200,000 print-on-demand freebies, then you definitely don't want to miss out on this video next, where I show you one of the best platforms to get free graphics, fonts, and vectors.